American Civil Liberties Union is sounding the alarm on a possible CDC violation. This after the city cleared out a homeless encampment in downtown Grand Rapids.
The city partnered with a local shelter to provide 100 beds for people displaced, but the ACLU says this is a clear COVID-19 risk.
News 8's Whitney Burney joins us now live from that park where people are going and how you can help.
Emily and Lindsay, just a few days ago, there were more than 50 tents here at Hartside Park. Tonight, there are just a couple. Some of the people living here have chosen to move to the shelter, the overflow shelter that's been made available across the street, while some are still weighing their options. But the ACLU says during a pandemic, people shouldn't have to make the choice between risking COVID-19 and living on the street. With the snap of a few stakes, Tent City is no more in downtown Grand Rapids. After an eviction order took effect, people spent Tuesday salvaging their belongings as city crews trashed the rest. Susan Mellenix-Wade, now one of about 100 people forced to relocate. While area shelter Mel Trotter has made the building across the street available, she and others have concerns about sharing a space with a large group.
And I can't imagine any of you all for the holidays sleeping in a shelter with your husband and your children or your wife or whatever by yourself. Sleeping at Purple East with 60 other people with the same air filtration systems, you're all going to get COVID. We don't know who has COVID out here.
The ACLU sent this letter to the city over the weekend, echoing similar concerns.
Both CDC and the Department of Health and Human Services are very clear that you should not clear encampments unless there's individualized housing available.
These are human beings we're talking about. These are not cattle. These are not dogs.
Grassroots organizers say the move to tear down the encampment anyway shows city leaders are out of touch with what's happening on the ground.
On your lunch break, when you get to work, come down here and speak to people. If you don't know a story, you don't know how to help.
These organizers credit much of the homelessness to a lack of affordable housing. They're now working to provide resources to many who plan to continue avoiding the shelters.
There's a lot of outpour from the community, but it's just getting the resources placed.
While at the park, people told us they need hot coffee, blankets, prepaid cell phones to call family, hotel rooms, and food. Organizers say they also need to know that they matter.
We see you. We hear you and we stand with you. We're not going to let you go alone. And even when we get you out of this park, we're going to continue to provide long-term resources. We'll continue to apply pressure.
Now, we did reach out to the city on this issue. Mayor Rosalind Bliss sent us a statement saying that they are still prioritizing putting people in alternate housing. She also mentioned a $2 million investment that the city has made to combat homelessness. The grassroots groups that we spoke with earlier did provide us with a few links for people at home who want to help out. You can find those at woodtv.com. Live here in Grand Rapids, Whitney Burney, News 8.